A lot of us go our entire lives playing it real safe with our hopes and dreams. Well, our next guest, she didn't do that. Her name is Lisa Lockwood, and she's the author of the book, Undercover Angel, From Beauty Queen to SWAT Team.
I tell you grew up in poverty, but you became a pageant queen, Desert Storm veteran, and now you're, let me just make sure I get this correct, the first and only female SWAT team member in your particular area, right?
Yes.
Within Chicago, though, one of just a few, right?
That's right.
And you got on the SWAT team?
I got, after 2 years, after 2 years as a police officer,
There you are.
I knew I
Oh my
wanted more.
gosh.
Yes, I knew I wanted more, and I became a firearms instructor about a year and a half on, and then decided that that was the elite team, and what does it take to be part of that team?
And I read the book, and I honestly think this needs to be a movie because
Thank
your
you.
life is so interesting. But you talk about the mafia in Chicago. You talk
Yes.
about all of these things that you were involved in as one of the first women. How was that?
It was a boys' club, and they didn't have a woman on the team. So what I needed to do was prove myself. And if they were going to judge me, that's fine, because I did have thick skin, fortunately, with the military behind my back. And I just realized I will do the job, I will show them that I'm capable, and then let them see. So you can judge initially, that's fine. I just kind of repelled that. And then I was accepted in about 3 months.
That's a great advice for all of us in all aspects of our lives.
Even if you're afraid of what it is you're possibly being offered, act as if you can do it, right?
You're absolutely right. And
Don't
people
say, I don't have that experience, I don't know.
Where
I'll learn on the job.
Where does it come from? It comes from having the experience. There are all things that we've done in our life that we've never done before. However, we've had success with it because we took that step.
Right, and the next one's really important too, become thick-skinned. How important is that?
A lot easier said than done. People say that it's so difficult because you're always kind of thinking about what other people's opinions are, and it's important, especially your peer group. And becoming thick-skinned, especially in a male-dominated career field, for me as a woman who was petite and came from the beauty pageant industry, you know, I really needed to have that guard. And basically it's letting go of victimhood and saying to yourself, no matter what people say, it doesn't matter.
I love it. You were named Office of the Year in 2002. I know you've got some great motivational tips for people, how they can go all in, go after their dream.
Yes,
Take it away.
Yes, I do. The first thing that I want to teach you is you need to take some uncalculated risks. And one of my tips is to live extreme. And living extreme is basically just building your courage muscle.
I remind people of the successes that they've had in their lives.
Go all the way back from when you were a kid, the first time you rode a bike, to entering high school and what that experience was like. And it's building the yes habit, saying yes before your brain has a chance to tell you, no, don't do this, don't take it. Just saying, I've done things before in the past that I've never done before, and I've gotten through it. So just remember those times and use that when you're ready to do it again.
So you speak from the heart. You know what you're talking about.
I absolutely do.
Well, Lisa, it's a great book. I think people should get it, especially when they're looking to change careers or do something that may be a little scary at first, but to know that they can do it.
It's not always easy, but with the steps, I believe that it is possible, and I'd love to be able to coach people with that.
Great.
For me, the definition of perseverance is finding a way. Finding a way to make it happen, figuring it out, trying to come up with a solution that's different. Always navigating and saying, okay, that didn't work, let's try something else. And it's a matter of finding that one thing, just don't give up, because persistence is key.
And if you're interested in having her come and talk, you definitely do that as well. You're in Canada quite a bit, as well as the U.S.
All across North America.
I feel like I want her to give me a Charlie's Angels pose. It's just begging for it. She looks at, there she goes. Don't mess with this girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic stuff. So inspiring.
For being a police officer and working undercover and having all of those roles, and then part of SWAT team, I became an author and now a public speaker. And I want to share my message and show people that it is possible, despite your background, despite the career path that you're on, it is possible to have what you want.